tired of this. I'm just gonna follow you anyway. So don't feel bad if that happens.
How do you deal with those people? The negative comments that will invariably
I got some talking about this. This is my favorite.
How do you manage that for yourself and for everybody else who's going to be flying through?
I literally I know when a tweet starts getting a lot of likes, there's gonna be that one person who just comes out of nowhere and is like, you're wrong. I see everybody's liking it, but you're just wrong because of whatever reason.
Yeah, because I want to be negative.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always the person who doesn't follow you at all, and it's just random. It's like, I saw it on my feed, I'm gonna attack you, whatever. I usually
my attack feed.
Yeah. I usually just like, I may respond because most people, well, not most people, but some people are like, oh, yeah, this many people follow, you're not gonna like say anything back to me. I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to you. But sometimes I'll respond, or I mute them, or I block them, depending on how crazy it is, though. You know, I don't.
There's levels.
Yeah, there's levels of like what I'll take, but usually I'll respond to people so they don't think I'm not gonna say anything back, especially if it's something really bad. Just to get people in their place, because you can't talk to people on the internet crazy all the time.
Like, you're not a doormat.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're also not like an attack helicopter.
I don't feel like I say things that are like so controversial or crazy, or else I would not have a job right now.
Sassy. I think we're both sassy and opinionated.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel like it shouldn't be taken as like a negative sometimes. And I feel like people think that if you're standing up for yourself or standing up for something, that you are being negative about it. And I don't think that's true.
Yeah. I'd like to tack onto that. I've definitely changed how I use social media recently. And like, I've had a lot of like joking tweets and stuff. And they like, sometimes stuff will rub people the wrong way because it's Twitter. Not only is it short, it's like,
people read into everything.
Well, they read into everything, but also if it's all in text, everyone can choose a tone. So like 99.9% of my tweets are like just sarcastic and lighthearted, or like being silly, or like very heartfelt, like, you know, sweet things, right? But like people are like, oh, she's so like mad or whatever, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, you're projecting a lot, first of all. Second of all, like, you know me, but it's all right. But then you have to realize that like there are people who are going to see it that way. So that's what I realized. I'm like, okay, how am I going to tweet this that is going to be the least amount misconstrued by the general population? But also if I have tweets that go, you know, somewhat popular, especially if they have a strong opinion, or if they are like, at times I've disagreed with other streamers. That doesn't mean I dislike that streamer. It doesn't mean anything. It just means no, I disagree with this position. And plenty of people are happy to disagree with me. And I'm like, okay. But
that is like, such a good point.
Yeah, I've disagreed with people. And sometimes I've disagreed with people who have larger audiences than me. And we all need to realize that every single one of us, regardless if you have 2 followers or if you have 200,000, you all have an echo chamber. Because people are following you because they like your content, probably because they have similar ideals, and they're going to agree with you, especially if there is an aspect of some sort of internet fame or whatever. So you need to realize, even if you don't feel it, you still have like influence. That's why we're called influencers. But like, if you say, am I wrong? And everyone tells you you're not in your follower list. The fact that you have to ask if you're wrong, probably like you need to like not ask the people who are going to say yes to you no matter what, or say like ask the people who are supporting you constantly or whatever. Because if I know if I do something stupid and ask my community to back me up, they probably will. And I'll be like, what are you guys doing? This is a terrible idea. So you need to ask
my mom if I'm pretty, she's going to tell me I'm pretty.
Exactly.
That's kind of how that works.
That's your echo chamber is like a loving mother. It's always going to support you and be there for you. So you need to be your own kind of like, you need to realize like, okay, I need to look at this from a third person party. I need to remove my ego. I need to look at it in a way that is rational or whatever. So I've kind of stopped having any sort of discourse or debate with people because I feel like it leads to more bad blood than actual conversation. Even when it's like, I have no issue with you. I just disagree with what you said, or maybe something you did hurt someone else and I'm going to stand up for them, because that's always kind of been my MO. Like I've had someone say something and then someone else came to me being like, did you see what so-and-so said? I feel terrible now. And then I've been like, oh, I'm going to stand up for them. And then I've been like trampled on because of it. And I'm like, whatever. But I think it is important to realize that you're going to get negative stuff back no matter what. And by thinking it through, like Loco was saying, like just like taking some time. You don't need to respond to things right away. Like I started implementing this because I have some toxic people in my life, or did. They're no longer, but they would text me stuff that was like really messed up. And instead of responding right away to fight, I would be like, I'm going to wait an hour and then respond. And that's what I started doing with tweets. I was like, I'm not going to check this constantly. And then I'd go back and read it and I'd be like, oh, how dare it? And I'd be like, this really doesn't matter.
I've gotten a lot of compliments over the last year about how reasoned and rational I can be on Twitter. But the thing that I keep pointing out to a lot of those people is like, yeah, that's because you didn't see the thing that I typed up an hour ago.
Yeah, that's because you didn't see me coming in and like kicking the door down and going to my roommate and being like,
I let it ferment for a little bit, and then I give it a whiff, and I'm like, oh no, that's stinky, that's bad. We got to not do that. Let's not do that one. A lot of times, I'm not posting at all because I'm like, you know, I just have to remove myself. Like
sometimes it's the best thing.
Absolutely.
You remind yourself, like, what am I gaining? What am I gaining from this?
I waste my time, I waste my energy.
I waste my time, my energy. It makes me upset for the rest of the day. I'm probably going to continue a fight with someone that I like. Ultimately, like, will this matter in like 3 days? No. So that's why, like,
will it still affect me if I actually engage? And you have to perform for people later, and you have to put on all, you have to bring all that energy out to to make other people's days better too. And getting dragged down by that stuff could be really,
and especially if you get into a Twitter feud. Oh my god!
And that kind of ties